Hello, YouTube. So funny to do this. This. Okay. Welcome on the stream for those on the stream, and welcome for you on YouTube if you were watching the rediffusion on the channel. So I will be breaking down. Say hello, YouTube. Artil say hello, YouTube. Okay. So I will be breaking down the iceberg tonight. So okay. Yeah, okay, everything is working, I guess. Okay, so we are breaking down the iceberg. So I will play the video. It was in May, the previous last year, May last year, 9 May last year. It took I think 3 months to do. It was a lot of work, but it was great to do, great to work on. And now I want to break it down. So. I'll be the annoying friend that stops you're watching Lord of the Ring with your friend, and he stops every second to share a little insight. So for example, at this moment, Sean Bean is screaming for real because he was shooting the helmets. He broke for real his toe. Okay, so I will be, I think, most of the time between song, I will be pausing if I have something to say, but I will have something to say. I think every entry. So I I wish it won't bother you, but if you're watching this to get all the insights, it's like the editor commentary. Watch this video like this to get more insight from myself than watching the video. If you didn't watch the video already, do it. People on the stream, I guess you're fucked. You will have to do this way. If you don't didn't watch the video, I'll advise you to watch it first before watching this thing. Hello, Steve. And it will be more enjoyable to come back to the commentary after you took the whole video, because the editing is precisely done to be really catching. So watch the video and come back to this. So YouTube, the stream, everyone is ready. I guess we shall start. Okay. Yeah, everything is working. Let's go. So, The Iceberg by Necro. Let's go. Okay, I will take my first pause in this because I love the chat. The chat down there it's great. Well, why is it placed like this? It will be better there. Okay. First, I think it's the link to the trigger warning. So disclaimer. Some image can be harsh. There are subjects that will be harsh, like self wrongdoings to yourself, gore image. I will try to not stop on it. I will try to stop on the next image, but some harsh subject will be treated as we are on some brutal music and stuff. But we will start. So disclaimer: be ready. Trigger warning. Don't be ready to see sometimes disturbing stuff, and most of the time listen to it. Let's go. Okay, so the first entry. Okay, first entry. I will have to stop before it fade out. The Lovecraft Sextet. So I'm passionate about the Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft, and its book. And this band is made by a brilliant guy called Jason Koonen. I guess he's from the Netherlands. So I think it's pronounced Kunen. The two bands that have been shown in the just there are both of the other bands. So it's most of the time it's doing dark jazz, and it was Mount Fuji, a doom jazz experiment, and a Kilimanjaro experiment, something like this. So it's dark jazz in both of these bands, like the Lovecraft Sextet. So, but Lovecraft Sextet is more like a classic jazz instruments and band, when all other have more folk from the Kilimanjaro and from folk traditional folk instruments in the band. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Watch to them. Okay, Diablo 3 Orchestra. It's one of my favorite bands of all time. It's there is one composer in it. I can't remember the name, but it's avant-garde metal. He put a lot of jazz and folkloric music in it. This is a very strange mix, but it's great to listen to. And I in the also section there, yeah, there. Okay, two bands made they are with one leader, two Trepalium and Stepping Free. It's a French guy called Haroun de Miraslan. It's doing jazz metal. It's more into jazz and metal mixed than in avant-garde and experimental approach. And it's very groovy, it's very hard, and it does it hard, and it's great. Listen to those three bands. It's some of my favorite bands of all time. It's for I don't have much to say about Converge. Dedicated to Bobby, that love Bobby in the chat, that love this kind of the mathcore and all this kind of band. Just great. I listen to it. Salut, salut Vermoda. I'll speak in English this live. So I have to drink some stuff. Drink some water. Do it too. I don't think to be true with you, I'm not a big fan of this entry in the list because I wanted to put video game music and put more of it along the video getting deeper. But in fact, I don't think those were great choices. And I forgot to do it next, so this is the only video game music entry. I love it, but I don't. I think it's not a good choice because it never came back in the video. But I have a few things to say about this. All the things in the recommendation section. It's a very funny thing because Danny Baranowski, which is the first also, was the composer, the main composer working with the video game designer Edmund Macmillan, and Danny Baranowski made the song for Super Meat Boy and The Binding of Isaac, the first one, but they had beef with each other and part ways and didn't work anymore together. And Danny Baranowski, no, Edmund Macmillan, for example, they redo The Binding of Isaac, and they choose Ridiculon, the band we just listened to do the music, and for all the new extension of The Binding of Isaac were done by Ridiculon. And for the End is Nigh, Ridiculon had did a great choice, something absolutely great. All the songs in The End is Nigh are classical music. It's classical music from it's a romantic period. So Chopin, SS Exodus. I can't remember. I think it's Hungarian Rhapsody. so Tchaikovsky, all the romantic composers, they all changed, remade the song with a little twist, with a more modern twist, and I love the soundtrack, and the choice was great in my opinion.
Nothing can stop me now. Nothing can stop me now. Nothing can stop me now. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me.
Okay. Oh, it's a quick pause before it fade out. Okay, so I think everybody in there know Nine Inch Nails. It's a really known band. It's been put in the industrial metal subgenre, but in fact it's more alternative with some an experimental approach. I will go quick on the lore because everybody knows it, and I think there are video dedicated to this first album. So it's the first album of Nine Inch Nails. The singer, I can't remember the name of the singer and leader of the band. He's a great musician, and he did a lot of stuff from music experiment to movie soundtrack. And this album has been written and recorded in a house with a big pig written in blood because it was the actress. It's Sharon Tate under that. Sharon Tate has been murdered by the Manson's family, the sect of Marilyn Manson, in this house, and so there is a bit of a creepy lore around this house. And the leader of Nine Inch Nails, I will get the name because it's important. Nine Inch Nails, and the composer was in a great depression and just infused himself with the creepiness of the place to write this album. It's Trent Reznor. Trent Reznor. It's a great and complete artist. You must follow. It's work. It's absolutely great. Okay, next. Oh, okay. Okay. I won't go into further details about this one. So they're anonymous for obvious reasons, and I hate to say this, but the music, the free album of Black Magic S, are like beyond great and perfect. There is a black vibe with a black vibe with a strange ambience in this psychedelic with the how to say this, the church the church organ. It's great, and but to have a positive positive thing to say about this, it started a new trend with the black magic, the black magic trend. I will show you this right now. Black magic. People are doing some black magic S thing. Burning bridges. Oh, okay. They are doing stuff close to black magic S, and but they are every band have their take on the black magic stuff. I will try to find one. It's Black Magic. J'avais vu Black Magic Space, for example. They did. I won't be able to find it. So people took all the approach of Black Magic S. For example, the really colorful and simplistic covers, the old rock vibe with the black metal singing, and brushed other subjects than those brushed by the group. For example, I think there are Black Magic Space or medieval black magic, for example, and they are doing music close to it, with another purpose in it. I will be quick. CB Murdoch, very underrated band, absolutely underrated. They did the 2 albums. Nobody cares. I don't. I can't understand why. It's absolutely great. You must listen to this. And just there, Lost to Be Kissed in Aperon. Yeah, it's a band made by a friend of mine. He worked on the album for 7 years, and to release an album that he made only by himself. He did everything from the drum programming, the recordings, the voice, mixing, mastering. He did everything. You must listen to it. It's some kind of a prog, technical, and harsh band to listen to, but you will love it.
Cynthia knows just where to go now when they leave in hell. Up, cap. He say, is this the type of thing where he pay? And if so, he gon' need a rain check. She's
Clipping, experimental hip hop. It's great. The story 7 is really it's really the song loses you pretty quick with all the rhythmic changes. And there is a song called Story 2 with a strange rhythmic pattern. It's great. It's really well composed, and most of the songs are really fun and great to listen to. Listen to Clipping. A quick, I will be quick. I think this Kvelertak it was good. This entry is not really good. I wanted to show that the purpose of the iceberg. So the very brutal things, but very known, will be on the top of the iceberg, and not that violent, obscure things not that violent can be in the bottom of the iceberg due to if they are obscure or less. I don't think this entry is really well placed. Battles, just great. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, Conan, nothing to say. They are pretty known right now. I think they are the top, the main band in the Doom category. It's perfect. You must listen to it. Sorry, I'm a bit thirsty. Okay, so Dirge, underrated, pretty unknown band, but it's a heartbreaking band, and the recommendation under Montagne. You must listen to Montagne too. It's absolutely great. The album covers are paintings, and the content of the album is so brutal and heartbreaking. It's perfect. Listen to this. Okay. Quick. This is the band Nihilist. I can't remember precisely. It's a good friend of mine that recommended this band. It's strange. It's prog, but for example, they change styles 3 to 4 times per song. I will try to find the link for you to find it, because they are from Bielorussia in French, Bielorussia, I guess. So the Russian writing, it's hard to find with European the QWERTY European language. Great band, very disheartening or disturbing, but great. Kansu, you must listen to Kansu too. Okay, Acid Bath, a few things to say. They had a great success. How to say this? Post career. They had success, but post career, the all the listeners and the fans recognized they were all the word coming in French, but in English, how to say this? They were I have written proto sludge, because they did a lot of new things that didn't exist at this time. For example, the sludge genre came was just blooming during this time. The Melvins were doing stuff, but nobody could put a name on it. They were closer to punk for most of the people listening to them. And Acid Bath was the culminate. Oh, I'm losing my words. It was the moment where all the approach shifted, slower, more sad, with all this sludgy way to crawl through the songs. And Acid Bath were after the after career. After their work, people admitted that they did more to the genre that could be imagined before. It's not that clear, but I will left you with this. Nothing to say. I think this entry and the entry a bit before the Mothman entry, they could have been deeper, because those bands are really strange, brutal, and both are in the something that I discover later. It's called the post-grindcore genre. So people who take all the ways of grindcore, so the fast pace, the blast beat, the punk approach, the brutal approach, and all those bands mixed new genres. So, for example, The Harmed mixed the ambient electro to grindcore, when the Mossman was more the post-hardcore and hardcore stuff were added to the thing. It's great, but for example, The Harmed, they are anonymous and not found yet. It could have been deeper in the Iceberg. I won't go any further. Okay, I will pause now and do my explanation now for you, for you to enjoy the following. William Basinski was living in New York during the 9/11 incidents with both the Twin Towers getting destroyed, and he was experimenting with tapes, and he was recording tapes with a malfunction, and the recordings you're listening to is a melody on a tape, and the tape is slowly destroying itself. It's slowly the damage increase the more the tape is run into the thing, and the melody progressively disintegrates with the recording, and the image you see is a photo of the all the dust projected with when the second tower crashed down, and this song was really the sound of this tragedy. It's really strange to listen to. Okay, a little break for me. Wait a bit. Okay, quick pause. The group Xavleg, it's very fun from South Africa. We start to get to the strange stuff slowly coming. Be ready. Prayer for cleansing, proto metalcore before the metalcore even existed. Enjoy.
Quickly, I put my Luger away. I thought it was my nothing. But I failed. Better to that.
Okay, a quick insight on the Karachengren. It's hard to say in French. Great black metal band, symphonic metal band. All of their album are concepts with a story, getting through the album. This one is on the album we just saw, was on the second World War II, as I can remember. really, it's the album is great. The black metal is harsh and very dark. With the symphony behind it, change it in a theater piece. It's great. My personal favorite, I have the vinyl there, but well, I won't lose more time. It's done on the story from Hansel and Gretel, but a more modern version with child A and miss bad treatment of childrens and abduction. It's the album is it's um, it's great. It's the pieces are the tracks are epic, but the content is it's hard to read to. And a quick note: all the Netherlands bands are just crazy. I can't explain why, but they are all of them are crazy. In this iceberg, they are crazy. Okay, pause. Okay, so the few bands, I will try to stop a little bit less to be pleasant to watch. Lingua Ignota, it's a pretty really hard thing to listen. She's screaming on top of her lungs. Lingua Ignota, it's a very disheartening piece. It's heartbreaking, but I put it in the beginning because it's really known. The most, for example, Caligula, the album that I just show was really is pretty known right now, and the all the bad treatment from the daughter, the singer, has been put on the main screen. So now it's pretty known. So it's upper in the iceberg. The next was Mortiferum, one of my favorite bands. The Caretaker. So I won't be able to explain all of it right now. I will shut it when we reach it. The Caretaker, it's an Englishman called Kirby. I can't remember the full name. Leyland Kirby. Leyland Kirby, an Englishman that does experimental electro. So he basically is recording LPs, all the LPs. I say vinyl in French, but the LPs, and he records them and remix them, work on them to create something more vaporous. And all his work is made to call back memories. It's an ode to nostalgia and the memories. All of them, they are really different from one to another, but its more its greatest piece of work is everywhere at the end of time. So with the same way he works most of the time, recording LPs, he did a great piece, a 6-hour piece in 6 stages that have been released along 4 years, 4 to 5 years. And this piece and its 6 stage are the 6 stage of dementia. Dementia. The first stage is when everything is okay. The second to third stage, it's the third stage there. It's when the person knows that she has dementia and things starts to fade away. And the fourth, fifth, and sixth stage are when the sickness take completely over, and they are just brutal to listen to. horrendous to listen to. They are in the iceberg. Sorry for the spoiler, but they are in the iceberg. So you have the explanation. For example, the stage 3 is the. Uh, I think I've written the description just there, so I will let it. They have the little description that you see is a resume from the description released with the whole album, made by the caretaker, Leyland Kirby himself. A lot of YouTubers filled up for the French people and a lot other for the English speakers did a great job explaining the whole piece of art that is everywhere at the end of time. Uh, after this, I will advise you to have a deeper look in it. It's profound work. It's really deep and very interesting. So the next time we will see the caretaker everywhere at the end of time, I will shut it and just let you enjoy the music. Okay, to be quick, Black Tongue are the musician of Infant Alienator. Infant Alienator was known to be pretty fast and showy and unplayable. But Black Tongue, the Black Tongue was a later group, a later band made by some of the Infant Alienator members. And Black Tongue is pretty slow and more focused on the ambience. And they are known for the breakdown, getting beyond slow during endings and the breakdowns. Very great group, and this album that year is a masterpiece. Diapsikir, it's a French band. It's a French band, pretty unknown, but it's like most of the French black metal. They are really respected, and it's an underground, some kind of the precious underground band that black metal listeners loves to find. The leader, I think there are two of them in Diapsikir. And the leader is heroin addicted, and some of the song, some of them speak about Satanism, and other about this kind of addiction. Hard to listen to. Okay, John Frusciante, the guitarist from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Okay, a very very long album where he sings in a poorly recorded mic and stuff. The album translates the battle he was facing at this time, so it was written there. Heroin addiction, paranoia, and another is depression. Okay, quick on Nocturnus. Nocturnus is for example, some genres have the band that did it first and the band that made it known. For example, punk. Everybody speaks about the Sex Pistols, the most known punk band, but a lot of bands already did something that we could have and should have called punk. And for example, Nocturnus is the first band of the progressive and technical death metal because they added the synth to the to their death metal. It was a really fast and hard to play death metal. So for the so with the technical side and adding the organ and the keys made it one of the first prog with a fusion approach in death metal. It was in the 90s. It was early 90. During this time, the first death metal band. It was first Immolation, first the early Morbid Angel. It was Obituary. We just started to slow down the pace, and we stopped the thrash metal trend to be the fastest, and the fastest. And when the death metal opened to slow music, breakdowns, groove, they opened the path for the innovation. Nocturnus. Okay, quick insight. The guy behind Mr. Bungle is Mike Patton, just there. Mike Patton had so many bands, and they are all crazy. He's really known for the band Faint No More that had pretty huge success in the 90s. It was a long tool, and there was in the 19s they could play in the they play before, for example, it was the time of Pantera and stuff, and to get a wider cast for Metal Festival, they put it most of the time Faints No More Tool before that had great success, and then we could have Machine Head and Pantera and Metallica in the great years and stuff. So Mike Patton, renowned awesome singer. What's one of the best on this planet. He has a great range. He can scream. He can sing smoothly, and played in so many bands. So far in the most known is Faints No More with some alternative experimental metal. Mr. Bungle, which is the completely avant-garde and experimental metal. The band Boomerang with an experimental approach, but more like alternative rock. Great to listen to. He did stuff with Dillinger Escape Plan, a whole album, a whole EP, I think, with him singing along the band. Every time it's strange but great. And just a quick thing, I put early Leprous. Leprous is now a modern prog band, but early Leprous was pretty experimental with the piano and the keys. I can't remember the name. I will show you just quickly right now. Leprous albums. Hopla, Hopla, the famous Hopla. We'll go the best. Tall Poppy. Okay. It's Silent Waters and Aeolia. Okay, I will show you. I have a little a scene to show you. Okay, there. Silent Waters. It's hard to find. I couldn't find it previously, but I didn't search that much. But Aeolia, is a great avant-garde piece. It's strange to say, but it is. It is. Daughters, great. Indus, noise rock. Some of the songs are unbearable to listen, but it's I think one of the greatest noise band. Unfortunately, the singer have been I've been brutal to the singer of Lingua Ignota, and some story surface they are not pretty to listen to. The Chariot, great band, to some noise rock, noise metal approach, but they are Christian. The main topic of the Chariot is Christianity, um, Christianity, Catholicism, and faith, obviously, and they are as crazy as daughters can be. With Breather, see it's the same like I said for the arm, the Mothman. I could have put them deeper because they are not known at all, and this is the post grindcore kind of stuff with the mix of madcore. It's great. The album it's hard to find this because they have the grindcore do it yourself approach, so hard to find on the online and stuff. But search for them. It's great. Psy, just great. The black metal, symphonic black metal with the craziness of the Japanese composer of a Japanese composer, just perfect. This one, it's. Okay, Sanguisugabog Sanguisugabog, great, one of my favorites. Since the Iceberg, they are I think the most listened death metal band currently. So it shouldn't have been deeper in the Iceberg. But I will talk about Fulci, which was just written there. I won't spoke about Sanguisugabog. I think everybody knows them right now. Fulci, they are Italian, the death metal band without a drummer. It's a bit sad, but they just released a new album. They are inspired by Fulci, who was an Italian movie maker. I don't have the precise name. It's réalisateur in French, but Real. It was a movie maker about zombie, and is one of the most it's great influence in the zombie genre. He was doing movies in the 60s, and the band is about zombies and get the name of the most famous Italian movie maker. Great to you have to listen to it too. Okay, I just stop there. Mayhem, if you're there and enjoying the content, I think Mayhem, you know already everything about Mayhem and all the sad story around them, around Burzum and Vikernes, the Euronymous, the churches. This one is the photo. I think you already know, but keep in mind, I will be fast on it. The family is still trying to delete this photo of the internet. It was a really sad thing to publish in a bootleg.
Something I can't explain. Isolated, doesn't matter, don't hallucinate. Lost myself so long ago, so I succumb to hate. Succumb to hate.
Okay, Traitors, it's one of the my friend Bobby in the chat and playing in my band. It's the kind of Discord that he liked, like Thils and for example Spite too. This is a new name, down tempo. It's Discord, but really slowed down and to the most slow and brutal you can be. And the singer, it's great. When he sings, you think there are two singers singing it, one with a really deep voice, a deep growl, and one with a more raspy in the medium. It's only him singing. It's yeah, great.
Evidence that peaceful technology has gone awry. More catastrophically than we're still on TMI. Celebration.
Yeah, Watchtower, great band, was really in advance in its time. The main composer in it is Rod Jarzombek, just written in it. This guy is just a genius. He came from a jazz education in music, and being a fond of metal like he is, he just mixed them. He didn't put jazz in it, but its metal approach is really jazzy. As you can listen, for example, the bass is really the bass has a round sound, and it's very is walking around like a jazz band would be doing. And they are one of the few progressive thrash band with Watchtower. And Ron Jarzombek is producing a lot of music. And later in the Iceberg, there is one of my favorite bands is its work, and I put it next to Control Denied, where it's there. Control Denied is the second band made by Chuck Schuldiner from Death. He did a second band. It's this thrash jazz approach from Chuck Schuldiner with a thrash singer, high pitch notes. It's really interesting. It's sad that Chuck Schuldiner passed away in the early 2000, but Control Denied did at least one album close to Watchtower. And I did a typo. I put an H before the A of Watchtower. Shame on me.
I got a vision, a teenage daughter who's growing up naked in the afternoon.
Jandek, a very strange concept. I think, so we suspect this guy to be the Jandek because he's playing music in the way of Jandek, wrongly tuned guitars, is for wrong singing, false singing, for falsely tuned guitar and stuff. But he plays perfectly the strange thing he plays, because when we listen to it the first time, we could imagine that they don't know how to play music and just improvising on the poorly recorded and poorly functioning instruments. But it's not. Sterling R. Smith is playing his strange song, and we only have a few clues for linking Sterling to Jandek. So I guess we will never know. I think I've said it like to every other band since the beginning of this video, but Dragged Into Sunlight is one of my favorite band. I will just show you quickly what it does look like live. So they always wear balaclava, the black mask, only with the eyes and the mouth. And the band is apart from most of the band, they mix a lot of stuff: death, doom, black metal. The singing is harsh and really raspy. And the fact that they are not unknown, but they hid their face when doing promos, interviews, and turning their back on the public live. I'll show you quickly. It's really frightening. Like they have their back. So they are the band is brutal, and they are in pure obscurity. I will just cut the sound. There is only candle light in the front of the stage, and they are behind it, back turned. Yeah, I think it's just brilliant, and there are a lot of things to say. There is a great YouTuber that does that speaks about obscure metal band. It's hard to say its name, but he did a really great video getting through all the Dragged Into Sunlight albums and explaining stuff. My favorite is Hatred for Mankind, and they did a split with another musician from the Netherlands that we will listen to later, so I won't spoil now. But the split, is horrendous. It's the split, the mix of both of those artists is really strong to listen. Let's go. Border of Canada. I won't say anything. Rotten Sound, not the most known grindcore band, but they are really influential in the sound approach. They use the Boss HM2. I spoke already a lot about this. This is the guitar pedal that you put between the guitar and the amplifier, and it has a really unique sound to it, the sound you just listened to. It was first used in the 90s in Sweden, and Dismember and Entombed, Early In Flames, Early Dark Tranquility have this sound, and it's really easy to recognize, and it's really a really unique sound. And some group right now in the 2020s tend to reuse this Boss HM2 sound, like Gate Creeper, Creeping Death in death metal, Harm's Way, Left Behind in the hardcore scene. There is some videos on it on my channel. You can find everything you want on the subject if you want. But I guess you already know. Okay, it's for me it's hard to listen to this album and all those tracks. I listened to the whole album. It's painful. It's really painful, but not. I'm not saying yes. It's painful because it's bad. It's painful because it holds a lot of it's not empty songs. It holds a lot of pain from Margaret Chardier. Margaret Chardier is the composer and the performer of the album. The Bestial Burden reflect on a period where she had a surgery and she had to take some of her organs out of her body, and she have to live some time. I want to. I can't remember the precise number, so I will say I will be a bit vague. But she have to live sometimes with organs out of her body and put it in her again. And Bestial Burden is the album Bestial Burdens is the feeling and what she felt, well, what she think during this. It's not out of body experience; it's in her body experience. Ouais, dur à écouter, hard to listen to. Okay, Swans. Swans. It's noise rock. It's a great band. Most of the album are really troubling. It's great, but they are pretty known. So listen to it. It's easy to find. A special honorable mention to Lightning Bolt, noise rock band. They're absolutely. It's ruthless and crazy too. Listen to it. Okay. I will have to do a few. I have some explanations. So the Iceberg video, it's is vastly inspired by the content creator I'm speaking about, Feldup. Feldup is a YouTuber that creates podcasts about strange, disturbing, gory subject about pop culture. For example, he did icebergs, for example, like in this video. So it's kind of ping pong. we I was really inspired by its work, and it's my way to give it back to him. Artie Eldin is it's alter ego. It's Artie, and you see Eldin is needle in reverse. He did this album really inspired by the craziness of Death Grip, and the album is great to listen to. And it was a funny mentions because some of the entries of the Iceberg are from some of his video. I discovered some, for example, the Bestial Burden album before. Lingua Ignota, I discovered the Lingua Ignota, Daughters and Swans with his videos. And I've put it his own crazy work in the Iceberg. Feldup is one inspiration. The second one is Maxwell, an excellent French YouTuber. I I like international YouTubers, and I can't I understand English, so I listen to them. But those French ones are, I think, a level higher in the quality, content quality. They getting very deep in the subject, and yeah, I fed myself with all their contents, and it's showing right now. So special thanks to Filled Up and Maxwell. I learned a lot of things because of you. Thank you. So no, really known. I don't have to explain. Pioneer and the main band of the drone genre. There are just two of them. They are doing live music too. It's not that often, but do live music. They are dressed like priests, and they have a wall of amplifiers. Something to live once. Okay, this time I won't be this nice to Imperial Triumphant. If I knew what will follow this iceberg, I won't have put it them, and also just put it them as a honorable mention or little writings, because Imperial Triumphant, I have a few things to say about them. The music, I think the music is great, experimental, avant-garde, and they came with jazz stuff. But I've seen them live, and live, it's not what I expect from an avant-garde experimental black metal band. Okay, so they have the masks and stuff, but they are playing their live music like they are Parkway Drive with "Let's Go People," red sneakers, like they are rappers, and the sound. They are they make the bold choice to have only one guitar and one bass guitar and the drummer. But in fact, they are playing it, and they have some huge success. It's not that much band have this much success in with an experimental band with a very strange, hard to put in the main stage band. But to be true with you, the live performance isn't really great. It's a bit showy, it's pretentious, and it's not as crazy as it is in the on album. And I wanted to see Imperial Triumphant, the strange jazzy black metal band, not Parkway Drive with the big shiny shoes and stuff. And the second thing that I'm a bit mad about is Imperial Triumphant is one of the few bands that with Periphery and Iron Maiden and stuff like and people like that completely block people using their music. So I'm a bit okay. Real talk. I will put the real talk camera. Most more than 90% of my videos are demonetized. The monetization is blocked for me, but the monetization is not stopped because it's kept up, but it goes to the producer, distributor, and the artist. I guess it's fair. I'm playing with. I'm on the term and conditions. It's if you use songs that are not yours, you can't monetize them. But labels and bands have a few choice when they choose to put their songs on Spotify and I had the it's ayant droit in French, the right owners. And some bands choose to just be to decades. Sorry, it's my opinion, decades, and they have the choice to say, okay, you use my song, you don't own it, so if you use it, it's our work, so your use of our song will be is changed to our work. I guess it's fair. I want my songs to be protected like that. I think it's fair. But to have it removed, deleted, deleted, completely blocked, or completely blocked, and to be strike inducing, I think it's bad, and it's not productive. And in this case, an experimental band, it tends to I think some luck, the luck and their live appearance with the mask. Uh, I think luck and the live performance made them get through and be on the main stage and in the main roster of labels. But this kind of music must spread underground because it's experimental, not meant for everyone to listen to. I think, for example, more people more people that like experimental music liked Imperial Triumphant when most of black metal listeners didn't like this much Imperial Triumphant. So a group that needs a fan base and an underground spread to be striking down videos using their song, it's a shame. I think it's a shame. And if it's a shame to me. And if I knew, I would have put Neige Morte, the band in the also section there. Neige Morte, who are French people doing Black Death avant-garde metal. And for example, when you see them live, they are all they are it's a thing with the experimental band members. They look like average people with the little glasses and stuff. And those math teacher and normal guy looking guy people doing the most ruthless and brutal and experimental shit. I think it has a thing to it that Imperial Triumphant now fails to have. Don't have much thing to say, so. Hello, Trash. How are you? Okay, Nurse with Wounds, experimental band. Each album is really different from each other, and they had Feldup, the podcaster I spoke about previously, did a great a long topic on them because one of their songs are not in any album, and they are known as a Nurse with Moon song, and was people search for the songs or the compilation where it was, and it was I can't remember the name. I don't think it's Lost Media. No, it's not a Lost Media. It was found media that needs to be more. I'm losing my word. I can't say it. I will do so editing so to explain this better. Enjoy the rest of the video. For sadistic execution, it's the proto Black Death, the mix of Black and Death. It's really strange, and the band leader, the singer and leader of the band is I don't know if he's dumb or crazy, but in interview I don't know if he's dumb or crazy. It's really strange, and the sadistic execution was a first of a kind in the 19s, pretty extremely brutal. Okay, mutilation. I wish the name won't demonetize or strike my videos. So it's a French band, one part of the legendary Black Legion, les Légions Noires. Légion Noire, it was a group of les Légions Noires, black metal. I will show you. It was some bands that were praised to be one of the blackest of the black metal band. It was it's like you can imagine the edgelord take of the black metal community. Their albums, their tapes, because it was tapes in the late 80s to 90s. They were really searched for, praised, and okay, so Wikipedia, the best. Okay, so the most known Mutilation, we just listened to Vlad Tepes, Torgeist, Belketre. The Black so it's a group of bands really respected, underground, hard to find, hard to know, and for example Euronymous with his label and the Norwegian black metal was really fond of those French unknown metal band, and it was those band and those musicians were really poor, and they had they couldn't do that much tapes, or the tape were rare, and everybody was sharing them between them. It was it was another time, but most of the those Légion Noire had this raw black metal thing to it, poorly recorded, horrendous vocals, and Mutilation was one of the most known in those. Okay, not that proud of this entry because I listened. I found it. I was when I was editing this video, I was really into the strange painters, and for example, I'm fond of Władysław Beksinski and Francis Bacon, as you can imagine. And when I found this album and I found it pretty brutal, I put it in the Iceberg. But in fact, most of the band is pretty in not it's not really interesting. It's pretty poor and not well written. And I just put it here this deep because of the album cover. I think it's a wrong take to me for me. My bad. That gif from God, they have they are pretty they have a humorous approach when the music is really really brutal and really it's this kind of hardcore screamo hardcore harsh vibe. It's really strange, but they are pretty funny on stage and in the music videos. Okay, I have a quick thing to say on to be sure. Earth and the album Earth 2. It's a drone medal too, and it's really funny because on the album, it already disappeared, but the album is special. It's special low frequencies edition, and in fact, the one with all the frequencies never came out. It's the only version is this one. Funny. Okay, so for this one, just quick, El Militia is great, French band. They are with Season of Mist currently. The label Season of Mist it's great, and it's very good black metal. The dark vibe and with the fast pace black metal, it's good. And I choose them because they are less known. But Despel Omega, there it's one of the most influential and the best band avant-garde black metal. A lot of innovation. They have been anonymous for years, but now they are known now. It's you must listen to the whole Despel Omega discography, even if you're not that much into black metal, because it's an experience. It's a unique. Their music is unique. They have a satanist and anti satanist and the word anti-human, when you don't like the human. I can't remember the right name in English. Great band, great band. There are only two in it, and they just album just came out of nowhere with no interview, no promotion, and they were anonymous for years. Great band. And Sordid just next, also a friend. All of them, all of three, El Militia, Sordid, and Despel Omega are French bands. Sordid, great. I can't remember where they in French where they come from, but black metal with not perfectly produced, with this do-it-yourself vibe, but the albums are harsh, sluggish, dark, and sung in French. So enjoy all of those bands. Just a quick thing to say. It's the band is horrendously brutal. It's the brutal death slam. It's the most brutal death slam band that can be, and the bass drop just taking over the gain and the song. It's so funny. Okay, I guess if you're already into obscure music and stuff, you already know Death Grips and their most known album with the guy in the guy on the cover. Death Grips. I'm a bit. I'm. It's Death Grips shakes me. It gives me a strange a strange vibe and a strange feeling. I can't say I like them or not. One of my best friend called Philip, really into those obscure and deep band. Just love them. I have their album on LPs and stuff. I can see how it's genius, but I can't really like it. It's strange to say. It's a mixed feeling. I think people have listening to some bands. Okay, Igor, great band. Changed a lot its approach of the. It get more metal played and not only electro composing. It's great, and Nostril is the album stinks. He has a vibe to it. Okay, Naked City. Bah, it's another genius. It's the band of John Zorn. Great scholar musician. I can't find the word in French, but he studied the music and the Naked City. It's just a crazy thing. He mixed the whole jazz band, the big band, the big jazz band, and just added grindcore drumming and guitar. So fast pace, blast beat, powerful playing on the drums, and she just screams like crazy, like he's from an asylum or stuff. The album we just saw is listenable. It's listenable. There is one with David Starr, the six branch star that he did. I don't think it's Naked City, it's John Zorn. This one is horrid to listen to. John Zorn is a Jew, and he did an album dedicated to the treatment during the World War II, during the Rafle of Veldiv. And it's the album is dedicated to this period and is horrid to listen to. And I think it depicts really well the feeling during this period. Let's go to the bottom of the iceberg, shall we? Okay, I guess we are starting on it. We are starting it. War metal. War metal is a subgenre mixing what is the worst in death metal and what is the worst in black metal and what is the worst from the grindcore. So it's blast beat, low harsh screaming, blast beat, screaming blast beat. Most of the time, bass and guitar are. You can't differentiate bass guitar and guitar, and you can differentiate the instruments from the drums. I love this genre, basically. Okay. Quick. So Quebec is starting strong on the bottom of the iceberg. I can't remember the stuff before, but Gris, depressive black metal, we atmospheric depressive, and my bad, I just discovered that. But Fortress, Auster, and Borzum are all three of them are known for their far right tendency. Yeah, Carcass. Yeah, as you read just under, Carcass, great musician and great musicianship, because they are viewed as the founding father of both the style they played in. They've in the I have written late 80s, but it's later. I think it's later. It's in the early 90s. They did fast and horrendous death metal. The band, what was the band? I think it come later, but it's AC, for two words I can't say next to each other in a on a Twitch stream and a YouTube video. Anal C. Those bands, they didn't have the name gore noise or gore grind, but they are the founding father of this genre. So mix of death and grindcore, fast, sluggish, very compressed. This genre will be coming in force later in the video. but they did it first with AC, and later they decided to, when they came with a more mature approach to music, and the album, it's Black Star, the album, as I can remember, Black Star and Earthwork and Surgical Steel were more death melodic, and they were one of the first death melodic band in the business, and they are really enjoyable to listen to. Okay. Sorry. Open Tomb, I didn't stop it because there are stuff you can't really show on the social medias. And Seigneur Volant, I loved. I'm sorry, but I love the band, but the leader was a dumbass, far right, and he was tagging, painting. It's a tagging churches and tombstones with swastikas. Brilliant guy, good musician, but not a brilliant guy. Okay, so Pathologist from Eastern Europe, not they have been known after when the gore grind existed for 15 years, and they are with Impetigo, Regurgitate, and the first some of the first Carcass, the prototype, the founding father of gore grind, and when the people were like, "Oh, Carcass, Disgorge, and stuff," they are the first gore grind band. People came with Pathologist, and most of the people known Pathologist back then, and then this band was the first, one of the first, and they are ones that with Carcass they in some ways definitely choose the the album covers will be dead bodies and surgical photos since those albums. Oh, no, I was not quick enough. Don't want to go back to make you listen to everything twice. Arkasva, one of the five you listened, you read the tweet. Um, they are called the 5 A's of Japanese black metal. They were the underground in the later 20s. The five underground unknown but must be known band in Japan, and four of them are strange and this is the Japanese craziness in them, their way to compose and write music.
I am not ready and I cannot accept. I am not ready and I cannot accept.
Okay, Chushu. This extract was more funny than anything else. But the most of what the band did is not funny, not really. It's experimental. It's really unsettling to listen to. And so the band, there is a leader called Jamie Stewart, that great musician that plays a lot of different instruments. For example, he does all those funny noises while playing. I don't think it's violin. It's a cello. The cello. It's just crazy to see live too. The band, the whole band changes from time to time, and it's just Jamie Stewart staying in it and doing this experimental noise rock stuff. Really unsettling to listen to. Okay. Okay, it's getting tough to listen to. Good luck, everyone. No, I was joking. Okay, defeated sanity. It's just insane in the way defeated sanity. It's insane, completely insane. Technical brutal death band. If you see a music sheet from this band, it's just impossible to read, to understand. Rhythmically hard and broke apart. Great band. It's about Steve that came earlier in the stream, advised it to me. My recommendation are not that great. Inner Disease, it's okay, but Suffocation, they are just brutal death, strictly not that much technical and crazy as Defeated Sanity can be. There is other recommendation later, but it's Blotted Science. I think the first thing that comes to my head, and they play their rhythmic patterns are closer to jazz than death metal. It's very fun. It's funny, and this recording, the Sanguinary Impetus, is just the best album from 2020. Judgite, one-man band, black metal noise. I think I guess it starts. Not the worst one we will listen tonight. Okay, Wormrot. Wormrot. I think this album is the best from 2022. I will just have a look on a few things. Grindcore, the album, all the songs are really eclectic. Some are just punk, fast-paced punk. Some are just grindcore, straight up grindcore, fast blast beats and screaming. And there are those like the song Grieve and some other that are strange. On this one, you just heard a violin just doing chromatism. There is another one with a sax and some brass, as I can remember, that do strange stuff, and it's really unexpected between all those grindcore and punk songs. This album is, I think it's close to the one of the best grindcore album. It's really a masterpiece in its innovation and its approach. I think Nails is not a really good, it's not really close to what Wormrot did with Hiss, but Nails is really good, power violence, really fast and groovy. Listen to it, even if it's a bit harsh in the first place. Listen to it, and they are from Singapore. They are Singaporean musician. It's pretty unique too. The extreme metal are really liked and played in those islands. It's curious. The band just changed the lineup a bit once again. Have a listen to One Word. It's a really good grindcore band. Okay, Blooded Science. So I have two things to say. First, King Kong is not. I think I put James Cameron, but it's not. It's not James Cameron at all. It's réalisateur. King Kong réalisateur. So I have two things to say. The second one. It's not James Cameron. It's sorry. I'm searching for it. Someone in the chat, the second King Kong movie, it's not James Cameron. It's who did it? Okay, favorite. Peter Jackson. So I'm really sorry. I have written James Cameron, but it's Peter Jackson. So I'm sorry, in the first place. And second, I have to show you. We find once again Ron Jarzenbeck in it. Blooded Science, Creators Chasm. Ron Jarzenbeck that we saw during the Watchtower clip. Is the main composer of Blooded Science, along with Hans Grossman. Hans Grossman was the drummer of Obscura, Necrophagist, a lot of great technical bands. And Alex Wester from Cannibal Corpse was the bass player of Blooded Science. So it's a super band, like we said. Great super band, very innovative, really fast and headache-inducing. And we found out that the songs match our scene from movies. And if you don't trust me, I will show you right now. So in the album History of Entomology, if I say right, it's entomology stuff. Cretaceous Chasm batch the insect scene of King Kong. if you're not sure, look at the drummer does a snare and China hit. If it ksh, ksh, and it perfectly matches the hit from the actor. Look. Play. There you go. So you see the writing, the soloing, the drum hits match the scene, and I will movie matching song. A few of them have been founded. Okay, look, it's animation of entomology. Okay, so it's dumb stuff right there. Okay, so Kratos Chasm is there was another one found, and he stayed. Okay, no, it's not this. There was another another match found, but Ron Jarzenbeck stayed pretty silent about it. So maybe the whole album does match movie scene. We don't know. We don't know. But it's really funny. Okay. Oh, so I wasn't fast enough. Okay, Admiral Angry. Okay, it's a good. I will have to link it with a previous bond. It was Black Sheep. Black Sheep. Ah, it was a few track before. So most of the members of Admiral Angry are in Black Sheep. Black Sheep. Let me search for it. Admiral Angry. Well, so Admiral Angry, the story behind it is Black Sheep Ultra Sludge. So they invented the Black Sheep Wall. Well, sorry, I was searching for the band. Black Sheep Wall are members of Black Sheep Wall are from Admiral Angry, and they are playing some a genre called Ultra Sludge. It's a more modern approach to sludge, but so much sad and heartbreaking, and it's painful to listen. We can feel the pain when they are playing their songs, and Admiral Angry is the most telling one. The guitarist Daniel Krauss had cystic fibrosis. In French, is sclérose en plaques. In French, for the French people. So knowing he will die soon and will die at a young age, they rushed to finish this album, being the closer to its feeling about its disease, its sickness, and its close death. And the singer screaming, screeching on top of its lung. It's really telling. And so this is the album, La Buster, with a really unique choice for the album cover. The album is be in a good state of mind when you're listening to the album, because it's raw emotions and really sad emotions. Great video, great album. And there is an album, a second one that came out with untitled songs, because Daniel died composing and finishing the album. It's really sad, and the album is once again crushing, really crushing. Listen to Black Sheep Wall and Admiral Angry in a good state of mind, in a good with a good being in a good vibe. So it will destroy the good vibe, but it won't hurt you further than this. Next. Okay, Abruptum. A few things to say to Abruptum. Donc formed by Tony Sarka. Tony Sarka with other people like Euronymous. I think Euronymous was in it. Some of the Swedish black metal, Swedish and Norwegian black metal band, Black Circle. They were. It was not a really nice group of people. They were. Okay, I died at 45, Tony Sarka. Let me remember a few things quickly. Oh, okay. So he died in not that far ago. Okay, not. Okay, I have a few doubts about the things that I'm reading right now, but the Black Circle was the most like not a gang, but the most the less nice people in the the Swedish black metal community. For example, they were exchanging threats and insult letters with a death metal band from Sweden, and Tony Sarka, Black Circle, and for example, the musician from the section, John Notvade, was completely puppeted by the Black Circle when he deleted himself. I can't remember precisely the information, but they were far right, hateful, homophobic. All the worst you can find was in the Black Circle. And Abruptum was some kind of the pinnacle of hatred, and in its own terms in music. Some of the albums start with a classic black metal classic, and gets more raw, brutal, and violent, to finish with just pure noise and violence. Abruptum album are hard to listen to as a whole. As the part 2, for example, the part 2 of this one, it's just noise, and it was pretty hard to listen to. Tony Sarka, I just read it, died in 2017. Okay, next one. Okay, from this point, it will be most of the songs are hard to listen to, but good luck. Subdure and Kapala are produced by the same label. Great war metal, noise war metal. Yes, okay, Metwitch. I love Metwitch. It's really refreshing when Deathcore. I have a quick take on Deathcore. Currently, Deathcore, there is close to zero innovation in Deathcore, and every song of every album from all the modern Deathcore, it's just the same song. Quick intro, just verse with high pitch, low pitch, a verse, a chorus, a little break with the take of the group, or if the take of the band is symphonic, there is symphony. They are all are produced and sound the same. Most of the time, it's written drum and not real drum recorded, because it's sometimes really hard to do, and those are need to be produced and released quick. And for once, we have a deathcore band that tried to innovate, and I really like Methwitch, and I respect them for this, to be one of the few trying to do something else than riffing, high pitch, low pitch, doubled vocals, and a final that slows down with the singer doing the most long or strange screaming he can do. It's refreshing. The score needs more people doing new stuff, and since the 2020s, the score is really repeating himself, and it's really they are lazy, and it's really boring to listen to now, to me. It's a nice transition, not between the genres and the bands, but for what I was saying, I love Sulfuric Coterie for something. Gore Grind, as when it started, it was this band getting really fast and now being really brutal, that started the Gore Grind movement. Carcass, Pharmacist, and those. Last Days of Humanity, later. They were playing their song, and it was harsh. The gore grind, we can recognize gore grind because it's a fast blast beat with the lower pitched singing that does toilet and toilet noises. And it turned like grindcore did in some ways. It turned to be a humoristic genre, and more people were doing poorly produced, poorly recorded, poorly returned stuff to in a humoristic purpose. So the band name is dumb, overly violent or overly sexualized, and overly dumb for this purpose. And the whole thing is humoristic, and it's really sad. And those people started to use electronic drums. Not electronic drums. The electronic drums, you can still play it. They're using boîte à rythme. It's written drums, software drumming, because the fast-paced blast beat is really hard to play and to record too. So they were using more and more written drumming, software drumming, and Sulfuric Coterie came later with an awesome drummer, but a great drummer and they reshaped and redo gore grind and gore noise because it's closer to gore noise as it's really violent and noisy and hard to understand, but with this time a real drummer, and I respect them for that. Deathcore has have to produce it faster, and they already all sound the same. Then they doesn't care anymore about the drumming sound. They are doing it on software, and grindcore. Some of the later gore grind bands stops to use the programmed drums like Skag, the drummer of Sanguisugabog has a band that called Skag, and Pretty Stew. Both of them are played by him, and he plays the drum parts, and the drum parts are hard as hell. And the group, the band. Sorry, I say group because it's group in French. The band is better and more organic and more and gets more violent because the drum is for like watch this. The most searched thing on the Sulfuric Coterie are drum cams. It's real because this guy is a monster. Okay, that's not that really well. Okay. It's quick. Okay, you can't really listen to the snare because he does the gravity blast. He used the edge of the snare to he hit in a way like that, and when he retakes the stick, it hit a second time, and he does a really fast movement to gravity blast and blast beat the fastest. Skag grind. Okay. Yes. I don't... Okay. So his approach is funny with the album covers. What the fuck is this album cover? But he plays them. So this guy, it's David Richardson. I have some doubt. Cody Richardson, and and this guy, so he's playing for Sanguisugabog. All his bands. Oh, I should do in videos. Cody Davidson. I think it's Cody Davidson. He has the thing with the strangely sounding snares, and I love it. He's the Pretty Stew too, Pemdas. Skag is a one-man band of this guy, and Pretty Stew too. He does everything. Hello, Chris Box. Yeah, okay. So I will be quicker on this one. The Cody Davidson or Richardson, I doubt. I can't remember. I will speak more precisely about this guy. But so Sulfuric Coterie, Putrid Stew, Skag, they are giving back its greatness to Gore Grind, like Last Days of Humanity did by playing for real the drums and not having a written software drumming. It's I'll try to stop cutting the video. Let's go. Yes, Christian Gore noise. Portal, a great, it's a great band too. I will show you how live. Portal, the singer has always headgear or something on him that match the album, the previous album, and it's really strange to see. Okay, watch this.
The portal is open.
Yeah, this one. And the most known is with this one.
Lava funnel.
Okay, that's it for Portal. Thank you, Crazy Fox. Thank you. you like the video I did? Yeah. Okay, Portal, great band and they are from Australia, so it won't be that easy to see them, but okay. Broadquin, this band is great. Great. They just released an album earlier in 2024. I won't say really unexpected, but it was a long time without any recordings from them. So Broadquin, the band speaks about torture methods like Broadquin, Mazzatello, and a lot of things. It's hard to understand what the singer is singing, but the lyrics are ruthless and telling and pretty descriptive of those torture methods. But the band is great. The last album, you must listen to it. It's better recording and production. It's home. It's home. It's home. And the previous, and I was for the broadcast thing. I have written Mike instead of like. I'm ashamed. Ok, Discogs. I want to see donc Philomedusa, gore grind, sludge noise, horrendous thing. That's it. Nothing else to say. I will show you on Discogs. Discogs is a site where where all the music data is kept and the recordings that came out as physical or physical or internet ways. Oh, I'm losing my English. I'm sorry, but just look at this. This is the discography of Philomedusa, and there is the guy from Philomedusa, Big Frog, just can't stop doing music. Okay, next. All of these things are just a split 5 hour. The songs can be it can be 11 less than 1 minute song, but this guy just produced music non-stop, and it's every time it's around the frog. Philomedusa is a specific species of frogs, and he does splits, he does EPs, he does and there are 200 recordings now. So I don't think it's the accurate number, but it's so this album, we just listened to it. It's not the worst one, to be true with you. I like it. The splits. Some of them just this is a single, but he can't stop doing music. And today he's currently he currently keeps making music. I will show all the. Okay, he's struggling a bit. Okay, quick. Okay, so he can't load faster, so I will go further. But this guy, it's a one-man band, Beat Frog, and this guy just releases music. It's not good every time. It's bad every time, to be fair. But he can't stop. It's pretty impressive. I will find the number how many recordings he released between the May 9th when I released the video and now. It can be funny. Okay, and Track, it's really, really, really funny. It's it's a gore grind, grindcore, gore grind, brutal death metal band. Harsh and brutal, everything you want. And they took a jazz drummer to do the drums. Sorry, it's loud. And if you're not a drummer, it can be, it can look dumb. I think it is, but this is some great and impressive drumming right there. And this guy is a jazzman, so he has a, I think he has the Anchor is down there. He has really fast hands, and they needed a really fast-handed guy to do those things. And I don't the soundtrack is keeps its secret, but they did an album called. The album is called. Oh,
On
okay.
peut pas plaire à tout le monde.
Hello, no talent, no talent. Are you speaking about me? No, okay. Welcome. It's a strange stream. Don't be frightened. So Track, they did an album called Album with songs track named songs and stuff. They did The Funny. Okay, the album is called Studio Album. The album Studio Album. Okay, I thought they did a few other funny things, but no, it's not. They are not. Let's go for the next things. Okay, I will. John Duncan, I will have to skip a bit. I'm sorry because which word can I use in English to say it? This guy recorded himself having intercourse with a dead body, and it's really strange. He brags a lot about it. Nobody knows if it's really if it's an experiment. What is the goal of it? Sorry. Sorry, I sneezed. Okay, so now one of my favorite albums and favorite bands, Revenge. Enjoy. Okay, Revenge, one of my all-time favorite band, war metal. So they are the core of the war metal movement and genre. The leader is James Reed, I guess. They are from Canada. He's a drummer. This is what happened when you let the drummer write the whole songs. He's very fast, and his thing is that he doesn't use a double bass drum. The really fast pace things you listen in metal is the double bass drum that does and when it's fast. And this guy plays really fast with only one foot. And when you listen to it blast beating, it's just and it gets really fast. The band Revenge was birthed on the death of the band called Conqueror, and you can see the artwork and the image, the artistic direction, the artistic way to work artworks and music is the same. And Revenge released a lot of albums, and I really like this band. Listen to it if you want to to spend a bad afternoon listening to music. I love the body better. Okay, so okay, I can't let this. Sorry, you will have to listen twice. I choose the First Days of Humanity because it's horrendous and the snare is just so funny. And it's so funny because there is two bands, two gore grind bands. One is called Last Days of Humanity. And this one is the First Days of Humanity, and they are First Days of Humanity. It's funny. They speak about the prehistoric age. I find this funny. Okay. So I had to be sure on Twitch and YouTube. I had to hit the album cover, and they had to release another album cover for this album because it was a parental, not advisory. I can't remember the little tag on the CDs. Life is Pain, with some members of the other band, the Life Lovers. It's a depressive black metal, sad and painful to listen to. The most known band is Silencer, but it's pretty much known. Like Xasture, I like those bands. Sorry, but the one that hit the hardest are Life Lovers and Life is Pain. They are really not funny to listen to, and as I didn't write properly, Trist has written the album. The album were written. My English is it's. I'm pretty ashamed about all the typos. I'm really sorry, but it was written in the mental asylum and not a metal asylum. The asylum where they put everybody doing this thing. So I will skip a bit. Okay, can put this back there. I will try to not stop very much. I will stop for in group of tracks. Enjoy the end of the video and end of the stream. It was in the Hemit song. Bionoise generator. I said I stop. I stop pausing every time, but this time I have a few things to say. They are Russian. It's really funny, really funny. It's still gore grind and it's fast. It's brutal, but it's very funny. And they have the jazz vibe. Is just great to listen to. And just I want to show you the drumming by Nox. C'est Roman Tutin. It's called Roman Tutin. The drumming, it's funny. He has two snares, one normal snare, the normal size snare, and one little like this just in front of him. And it's the snare that does a doo-doo-doo-doo, like it sounds like a cookie, the grandma's cookie jar, like these kinds of metal box. I found this funny because I'm a tall child.
Information coming up. Up on the left, we're going to be catching a glimpse of the Grand Canyon. We'll see the Hoover Dam in just a few minutes. So just sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of the party.
It's fast. It's really fast. And Bionoise generator, they just a single was released a few years ago, and they stopped doing stuff. We don't have any news until 2 months ago. I think an album is coming. I'm really happy.
De ønsker å drukne oss alle i blod.
Effluence that just released an EP. It's the cover is horrendous. It's I think a murder in a bathtub. There's blood everywhere, and the recording is horrid. Okay, I had to wait until the little text there disappeared. White House. Okay, so we're starting right there. White House is one of the main power electronic band. White House Power Electronics. It's I think it's one of the worst genre, the most unlistenable genres in the business. They are from Britain. Okay, and it's William Bennett, the main with Philip Best. So they have a few bands. It's a really old genre. It's not I think it's from the 80s. So the power electronics are the harsh wall noise. It's a subgenre of the noise genre, and they just make the sound bug and clip to repeat itself without doing a Larsen, and it's just a wall of buggy sound, really loud and painful sounds, and the singer just scream horrendous things on top of the wall of sound. And for White House, this album, uh, it's Mommy and Daddy. If I remember correctly, even the singer find the album frightening. I can't remember. I think it's William Bennett, and they have a few other bands related to this one. And both Philip Best and William Bennett have done harsh wall noise and power electronics in other bands. For example, there is one that I put it in a video, in a Mr. Indestructible video. It was I was saying Jude Guide, but I don't think it's this. There is an album cover white on Juice Clive, something like this. I think it's another band from Philip Bennett. Harsh wall noise, unbearable to listen to, but we can go deeper. I had to keep the cover censored. I have to. So you can remember the cover. I used it in the most well known videos, Mr. Indestructible, the second one, and this is one of the last one. It's a Brazilian one-man band. Can't find any information, and there is a song in it written in Russian that means gorgonzola, the cheese. I think those are the last funny thing we will hear about in the Iceberg. Brace yourself. As I think you read it, Stalag. You will find the deep. I will be quick to not elongate. I will be quick to not keep the stream up for too long by now. The screams are from real mental asylum patients, and it's painful. Okay, 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 it looped. Okay. A few things for on Hijo Kaiden. Hijo Kaiden. I try to pronounce it well. Hijo Kaiden was at first a noise band, and the leader of the band was crazy Japan guy, and this guy found punk and the 80s punk destroying destroying venues, insulting everybody, being the doing the most horrendous stuff. Not enough, and it was pretty much a bit more inspired by Gigi Alina. Gigi Alina. There is a lot of I read it in write it in the chat. Gigi Alina. He was a crazy hardcore punk frontman that was fighting all the time, throwing poop at people, get on stage stoned or drugged, a lot very drugged, fight with people, awful stuff. And Hideo Kaiden wanted this, but the next level. And he was playing. Don't move. I will change the scene. He was like they wanted Ijo Kaiden. They wanted for example for people to flew flee to flee from stage and from the venue when they played. They wanted everybody to hate them. They wanted everybody to never come back to any live, and they did horrendous stuff like throwing up on stage. They had a piss bucket thrown on the girl that was singing. I will show you. Let's go. So it's Arte. It's a Franco-German channel that does pretty good documentaries and tracks. Goes into a really deep subject. I will show you just a few minutes for you to understand what it's about.
Avril 82 à Tokyo. Sur la scène du Loft, salle mythique du quartier de Shinjuku, Jojo Hiroshige et son groupe Ijo Kaidan fêtent la sortie de leur premier album.
And it's peace and
Au
poop.
menu, un mur de décibels agrémenté de mixtures nauséabondes qui fait passer les punks pour des enfants de cœur.
Okay. So the goal they did stuff for people to leave the venue. They wanted to be hated beyond stuff. He the leader of the band. So they could do a quick history, but they go way beyond what punk did, what grunge did, what any provocative genre and artist did, and the pure noise tapes are just awful. So to me, he deserved the deepest point in the iceberg. Okay. So thank you for being with me those 3 hours. Sorry, I think I spoke a lot. I spoke way too much with my broken English and my fresh accent. I wish you liked it. I wish you discovered some things. You learned a lot of things. I wish you enjoy your time too. And it was fun to do it on stream, and it was a big new thing for me to do, and I could come back on a few things like from the typos to the wrong choices sometimes I made, and stay curious, stay in search of new things, of curious things, Listen to the less known band too. They are most of the time they are better and more interesting than the main stage band and the band pushed to the front of everything. Enjoy the obscure and the less known things. Thank you for watching.